We're on. Hey everybody, it's the UTB 253 podcast. Probably haven't heard my voice in a while. It is what it is. I'm back now. We got a couple people here with us today. Everybody go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all?
It's Rick.
Yo, it's Scotty and Marley.
What's up? Leon here.
Leon finally making an appearance today. Set the league on fire last year, calling everybody trash. Now everybody feels some type of way. So we started using the band app, and I don't know what it was, but last week, a whole bunch of notifications. Fat Boy just starting war with everybody. He woke up and chose violence. That's all I got to say about that, but I know Scotty got a list of topics that we like to go over. Go ahead and...
Yeah. So the first topic we got here is the Fat Boy and Vinny trade. I know Super Duper Kamara went off the board for a third, and somebody else was in that trade. DJ Moore, who just went off for 60, I want to say.
Sure did.
He went crazy.
I want to say on that trade. So how y'all feeling about that, man? That Fat Boy's team.
Fat Boy gonna win it all, man.
Oh, here we go. He started off.
Fat Boy gonna
He's
win it
on
all.
wax with that, huh?
Dang, he said Fat Boy. Hey, he made his team a whole lot better. I know. I didn't realize Vinny was giving out deals like, first we was buying, QFC Albertson deals, and now he went and got a Walmart deal for Super Duper and DJ. So, dang, I didn't know Vinny was giving out deals like that, but I think it was a good trade that helped improve Fat Boy's team. But now he out there making enemies with everybody now.
Say Justin Fields came alive this game.
Last 2 games.
DJ Moore 65. Barkley's back this week. He's still got Debo, Brock Purdy on the bench, Jalen Waddle on the bench, Jerry Jeudy on the bench. So I don't know, man. His team looking good, man. They're coming together.
You're talking about 49ers game?
49ers
I still
game.
don't think he's going to win it all.
He said,
He'll mess it up.
Durr.
Go ahead, what were you going to say?
I said that, y'all talking about the Justin Fields and stuff. I mean, look who he was playing, though. He was playing against Denver, which he scored 32 points with. And then he scored 51 against the Redskins, Commanders. So...
Commandos.
he plays a good defense, and he scored nothing. He hasn't scored over 15 points. So, and then DJ Moore, he's good talent, but he got Justin Fields throwing it to him. So, I still feel that the 49er gang team is good, but I'm with Stan. He's gonna be handling business, but winning it all, that's a little too much. I think he just needs to take one step at a time and make the playoffs. That's what I think he needs to do.
Oh, that's right. Because I forgot, Fat Boy was on the podcast. He was like Eminem on the wash, calling everybody out. So there was a little tension there, huh, Leon?
No, there was no tension. It was just that he brought my name up, and I didn't know what he was talking about. Because I come off work and I just look at the band, and I just read through some of the stuff, and I'm like, what's he talking about? Shotgun shots through the league. And I understand when you feel good about yourself, but he's still only 500. He's not, 4-0 like you are, Ricky, and Stan and Dean team.
Stan?
Or, no, Stan.
Stan, yes. Stan is, yeah.
So, he's only got, 8 points more than I think Marcus? Yeah. So
that
he's one point below Los' team. So.
Leon is throwing shots today.
Fat Boy, we need you out here, man.
So let me just say, Los' team was a high-scoring team before he just wasn't a team no more, became their replacements. So his numbers are kind of distorted. With that being said, yes, Fat Boy still ain't doing that.
Dang.
He chose this. He woke up and called out everybody. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Are you that happy about the trade? He must have been. He said, "Yeah, we coming out swinging now." Trey style from Boys in the Hood.
When I seen Dean respond, I was like, "This is serious business."
That's what I said. Like, I haven't seen. I know he's been reading, but I haven't seen him respond. And he said something. I said, "Whoa." And then he said what he said.
He said, "Keep your name out your mouth."
No, from work, it's on my name. What are you talking about?
He pulled a Will Smith.
That's what I'm saying.
I see him yelling from the crowd, "Keep my name out your mouth."
Sure was. Sure was.
That's crazy.
But that's what UTB is. If it's not a little fire going on, what is it? We're just every other league out
And that's
there.
why I have to give it to Stan. That band app, it works. I like what we can do over there. I want to put a poll up too. I already did one, but I want to try to do another one. So.
That was a free plug, Ben, but we are looking for sponsors.
Yes.
For sure.
Additional sponsors.
Additional sponsors. At some point, we'll take a break and hear a word from our sponsors because we got bills to pay. I mean, it's a good time now. Do our sponsors want to say anything? They got the gear now?
Of course, we got the junk in the trunk. Of course, it's getting down to the fall season, and you still got that junk in the garage and around the house. We got junks in the trunk. We remove your junk. We do a little bit of pressure washing. We do a little bit of everything. So let us know.
Refrigerators, barbecues, washing machines, dishwashers, whatever. We'll take it all.
I say I got some work for y'all, little boys.
Come on, man.
What your prices look like.
We can talk about that, you know what I'm saying? We do free estimates and, you know what I'm saying, free quotes, so we definitely got y'all. But yeah, hit us up, 253-271-0767.
All right, now that we got that out the way, let's jump right back into our next topic.
I don't even think we really got to talk about Fat Boy and Vinny's trade, but
Did we?
Oh, yeah.
hey,
Well,
that was good enough material right there. I was about to say that was good enough material right there.
Vinny
let's
gave
talk
out a
about
deal.
Vinny's side of it.
I know.
Yeah.
Vinny gave out a deal, like I said, and I said that before. That was a shit. If I knew he was offering that, I might have lost my third and been felt like David this year.
I don't know. I think that's a decent trade on both ends because I mean, Alvin Kamara just came back and I mean they gave him 14 touches or 14 targets and he was pretty much dead tired over there. Nobody else ate, so that's going to go back the other way. And then DJ Moore didn't do anything this season, so for Vinny to be able to pick up on third, I think that's pretty good for.
I think it definitely was a good.
Well, DJ Moore did do some stuff, but it's not like he did what he did against the Reds Commanders.
Yeah. I think it was a good trade, for sure. I mean, I thought someone else would go for Alvin Kamara. I thought like JT would have thrown his hat in there. You know what I'm saying? Because he's already traded so much stability he has that I thought that was kind of a piece, especially after, like I said last pod, losing David Montgomery to David. So I thought he was going to go for it. I thought Scotty was going to go for it. And there was a couple people. I thought Dean might have went for it just to add a little bit more to his team. But
Dean's got enough. And
Sure.
then some.
always
Sure
add a little
does.
bit more though. So, but like I said, that one trade with or that one, what's he have, Rashad White or whatever,
Yeah.
just to make his team that much stronger. But Alvin Kamara, but
Yeah.
but Fat Boy got the piece he needed, and it's gonna be interesting when Devo does come back. 'Cause I think he's gonna be hurt this week, or I think he's sitting out this week.
Yeah.
The person I thought that would do it. Well, they should do it. Not they will do it because she never trades. But it's Shanika's team. She would have picked do something like that, and then maybe pick.
There's a couple. Dame could have.
He never trades.
He never trades, but I'm saying it's people who Alvin Kamara could have went to bring them up the ranks a little bit. Because Dean's right on the cusp of playoffs and things like that.
On the
Damn,
cusp?
every
The
year.
cut.
Isn't he?
Oh, on the
Every
year.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the year.
Yeah.
So.
I was like, okay. But I think like JT said it right. It's like at this point, it's just like I'm giving up all these draft picks now to get these pieces that not really going to matter with these Monstars teams of Dean, Rick, and Fat Boy's team and Stan's team. You know what I mean? It's just like Stan's sitting 4-0 after in the division of the lock, so scoring 748 points on the year. So third highest scoring team out there. So he's doing his thing out there. But I think JT did have a good point. I just had to put that out there. Why trade all your picks now when it's not going to map to anything now at this point? Because that's why I'm just chilling back. Because there's some moves I want to make, but I'm like, you know what? I'm already in this third round because I traded my second on draft day. Then I traded my first for Jamar Chase and Damian Pierce. So
sometimes you just have to put your NUTs in your hand.
I did with those moves, but
you said done.
That's it. Like I said, there's a couple pieces out there, but then there's a couple teams that don't really trade. Like when Dame made the trade for Brock Purdy, or gave away Brock Purdy, I'm like, I was kind of shocked that he made the trade that early, and then
getting a higher pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He's pretty much slapping him around the head.
Yeah.
I can't pass this up.
Yeah, and so it's like, all right, what is really out there? You know, unless you go to like Laz's team and Shanika's team, but I don't feel like it's a big boost for it unless they're getting like Vinny deals where you're getting 3 people for a second or third round pick. Then I feel like you can make something happen.
Which I can understand. You know, the teams that don't usually trade, like jumping into the water for the first time, you're like, what am I doing? Because I'm giving up something for like possibly next year. But now I see that, you know, Dame is participating in it too now. So it's like, JT, look what you started. This is all you.
Dame was the last one to break into those waters, and he finally broke into those waters this year.
I don't know. I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's a different spin on a dynasty team. Because Marcus was talking about it. I don't know if he talked to everybody about it, but he was talking about what we can do that better the league or enhance the league. And I think this is something that you can be able to do without really diving into like the points and how much people are going to cost to keep them, or do a keeper league and all that. So it's just a great way to do it. And if somebody does drop out, if everybody pays the money, speaking of paying their money,
Les and Shanika.
Thank you. Pay your money. But as long as everybody pay their money, if somebody drops out, it's an easy slide in compared to if we had a dynasty to where, what's going on with this team? You already have to draft this team. I can't go to a draft and pick people. It's going to be harder to get somebody to get them in. With a redraft, we can just say, well, you don't have to pay. You just have to manage this team this year, and the next year
you're in.
So it's a lot better this way, and I mean, plan. If you feel that you're gonna get your head bashed in, then pay attention to the league. I mean, I see some managers out there not paying attention to the league, and it's
Yep.
Okay.
I can't wait to the trash GM segment.
No trash GM.
We got to hit because it's about the quarter way through the season. Well, no, we're about a little bit over a quarter. Yep. So over, and so we got to see how teams are shaping out and team moves, and it's not about who's the best. It's just about trying to improve your team every week. So we're gonna see what Dr. Leon has over here with the trash GMs. I can't wait for that segment.
We have a whole segment starting for Trash University. Starting at go.
What else we got, Scotty?
Before we jump onto that, I just want to say, we're talking about these Monster squads. I don't know why I keep getting put in the category with them. I'm just lucky. I'm playing the person in front of me every week. That's what we're doing.
Stan,
I'm trying to hold my division down.
You're 120 points ahead of anyone in your division, and you're 4-0.
I pick the players that make the plays.
Okay, but you have your skill players are top skill players.
I'm picking them up off the waiver wire. Not even the waiver wire, free agency. It's all receivers.
Like
the
who?
dude from Green Bay.
I went the
Romeo Downs.
I think I may have drafted him.
You have Stephon Diggs and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
They were all
Christian
drafted.
McCaffrey and Travis Etienne.
All drafted.
Yeah. That's what you drafted. That's what you started.
We're talking about your core.
That's your core.
Talk about his core.
Hey.
We're talking about you, 4-0.
Okay, we can talk about me. Spotlight. I get it.
For real.
It's because of what I've done in the past.
So you say you don't have a monster squad, but you have 4 positions that give you constantly 20 points every week.
And that's why I picked them up.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a super team.
That's the
Not
point.
a super team, but it's up there.
That's the point of fantasy, right? We try to pick players that get touchdowns, get touches.
Yeah, exactly.
I just picked a little better than everybody else.
But we're just saying you need to incorporate yourself in
What
there.
he's trying to categorize you as a monster team is because you have five picks in the first 3 rounds. So that's not normal. That's what he's saying. That's,
Who, me?
Yeah, he just did that on the low.
We all did.
No, there's only a few that did.
I'm like, Nino, this is bigger than me. Ricky did. Rose did. Dean did.
Fat Boy did.
Fat Boy did.
So the
Okay,
top 5
yeah,
teams had multiple picks in the
in this draft, huh?
top 3 rounds.
But now I gotta figure out a way to beat these 250 plus scores.
Yeah, that's gonna be the feat that I gotta do.
I just gotta catch them on an off day.
What you mean, Los? You got to deal with it next year because Leon's sitting real good with them
Yeah.
picks.
Him and Vinny.
What you got, Leon?
He got what? Two first rounds and 3 second rounds.
He's living in the first and second round.
Yeah, he got his first 5 picks in the first 2.
That's why he's so quiet this year.
That's what.
I'm trying to make the playoffs. Unless you're talking about
1, 2, 2, 2, 3,
I would
4,
just
5,
go for the consolation win.
just like I did last year. You know, I put my NETs in my hand. It didn't pay off, but you know, I sold what was that? A first and a second last year.
That's advice to anybody that doesn't make the playoffs. Do not panic like Los did. Win the consolation joint. Win the consolation joint. Get that first pick.
Can I defend myself?
No.
Can I defend myself?
No.
I'm going to defend
Floor is
myself.
yours.
If I would have had my first round pick this year or for next year, but I traded it to Leon already, I would have went for the consolation.
Leon wanted to win that consolation. He wanted you to win that consolation. I
I'm
see.
I'm not going to win the consolation, the first round overall pick for someone else.
Hey,
Okay?
I did the same strategy last year. I mean, but look what Dean did. He still picked up what's the quarterback? Hurts. Jalen Hurts. So he's doing pretty well for himself. So I mean,
He's looking unstoppable.
he can't
But,
do you.
That was 273 last week.
Was it this game? Whoever he's playing against had a pretty good score.
This week?
Hold on, pretty good score compared to 252 or
I mean, they got a good start.
270 plus. What can you do?
No, I'm lying.
Well, but
She don't even have a quarterback.
Hey, Laz, if you can hear this, please help and put a quarterback in on D's team.
Oh my gosh, she's taking away.
She put Sam Howell in the flex spot and not in the quarterback spot. And Herbert's on bye.
She ain't got no quarterback.
I was hoping Dane didn't pay attention to his roster because he had Keenan Allen on the bye this week. He picked somebody up.
He put him up there. Well, you play him this week?
Yeah.
That's your opponent? Okay. I know this week I'm deciding whether to go without a defense.
Go without a defense?
Yeah.
I mean, he got it.
That's crazy.
I'm surprised you picked up a kicker last week.
Because I was trying to compete with Dean's team as far as points wise. Because even if we tie, he get a loss or two. You know, I said I gotta at least score some points, and
Who are
then
y'all, Bird and Magic? Y'all looking at each other's stats like, oh, he scored this much? Bet I'm gonna get this
I gotta
much.
catch him by score because I think I gotta play him again.
Damn, you can't drop nobody. Dang.
Go ahead, drop somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
I'll just drop the kicker, bro. The defense.
oh yeah, the kicker.
Depends on who you get.
Oh, the kicker. That's what I said. Stan was like, "Oh, you put a kicker in." Yeah, I just put him in at 130 because I was like, "Hey, let me get a late game." And
You got New Orleans defense out there. Play the league.
oh no, I ain't tripping. I like the Browns. Browns defense. That's the only thing on the Browns that look good. Oh, and go without a kicker. Yeah.
Get more points from a defense.
You do.
And every time they give up
You look at
58
the high
points.
scorers, people that's doing it, mostly the defense. That's
Their
scaring the
defense.
team, so.
Yeah.
Because you get 15 right off the bat with a defense.
Go
Well, you
Pats.
start at 15.
Yeah, and then you go
And go
down
from there.
with a kicker. 15 for a kicker.
It's good.
Exceptional.
Yeah, you had
Because when you look at anybody that scored over 200 points, well,
There's only
there's
so
a
many
few
of us.
there's only a few of us, but a few of y'all. But
Let me
most of the time they scored over 50 points with their defense. Yeah.
for sure.
'Cause I know
you last week.
Shanika, even though I beat Shanika, it's because the rest of her team was trash. But
Buffalo.
No, I think it was it Buffalo?
Yeah,
They
something
scored
60,
72 points.
Yeah.
So
Kept her in the
I think it
game.
was 65.
So I was like, wow. I mean, her she had somebody that was hurt, and then got like 9 points. Like she scored like what I did last week. So
Yeah, Buffalo 67 points.
That's big with defenses. That's what changed the landscape of this league. Because before, with a monster team and a defense that was scoring average, now you get a good defense. You back in the game.
Facts.
You back in the game.
That's how you 4-0, huh? New England defense?
Hey, we keep.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me. Look at Scotty's team.
It ain't about me, man. Well, I'm not on the thread this week.
We're going to sneak that topic in because, of course, breaking news, if you haven't heard, Jonathan Taylor did sign a 3-year, $42 million extension with the Colts.
So he got Cup and Jonathan Taylor.
He got sitting with Jamar Chase. He's mad. Jamar Chase is mad because I don't know if you guys heard.
Open.
He got into it with the coach this week and possibly asked for a trade.
Yeah, right. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase?
He physically got into it with the coach.
It's like, bro, you're literally the number one option here.
Yes, especially leaving his boy Joey B because they went to college together, ate at LSU, and now in the league doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
This year has just been starting a little rough. I hope it stays that way because Scotty's team, and Scotty always finds some Scotty magic at the end. But Scotty got a couple pieces coming back. I know he didn't want to talk about it, but we're gonna put him on spotlight and say, "How do you feel?"
I would just say, man, we got a lot of work to do. We just got to get into football shape, and see what's out there in the waiver wire for us right there, and then see what cohesiveness we could build in these next 20 weeks. I don't know how many weeks we got left in the season, but hopefully we get to that championship run. You know what I mean? So hopefully, but we far away from being in the championship conversations right now. We got the mob, sitting at the top of our division. So, we're looking up right now, but we got to take care of what's in front of us, as Stan said earlier. And David right now, he already put up 25 points with his tight end, Logan Thomas. So I can't be talking to Ricky on Thursday Night Football. But yeah, there's some heavy teams out here, man. So I don't know what to say right now, man. So we just got a lot of work to do. And yes, Cookie. Okay, let's go pee.
Let's go down this lineup while
I'll be back.
While he takes a break real quick. Starting for Let's Make a Deal, we have Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase. Right now it's Jahmyr Gibbs, but it will soon be Jonathan Taylor. David A-Chain, or I think
A-Chain or
something
something.
like
Nice.
that.
Down there in Miami.
And I want to note that they are playing the New York Giants this week.
Well, the Giants defense is good though.
They're better than the
Or
Broncos.
to the Giants. I lied. I was thinking about the Jets. I was thinking about the Jets. I was like, hold on. I'm lying.
It's not
Okay.
those guys.
They're playing in Miami for that game. So then he has Ferguson, somewhat of a sleeper tight end. He does get a lot of targets. And then Garrett Wilson in his flex, McPherson, his kicker, and Jacksonville defense versus Buffalo. So, and on his bench, Devontae Smith, Zach Miles, Danny Dimes, Jameson Williams, and Tampa Bay defense. So that's a lineup right there.
It is.
That's a strong. He's definitely done his work in the dark, but now it's to light. Okay, we're gonna make sure that we bring everything.
The light is so much brighter this year. Like, you can't just play it week to week. Everybody want to point out what you're doing.
I mean, because I ain't doing shit. That's why. So I gotta make sure as people know what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying.
How many of us are in the Locks division? Me?
That's 3.
Oh, okay. All right. Just wondering.
So yeah, man. I think he's gonna give you run for your money, man.
We all need to focus on Dean and Ricky.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we
Dean,
keep talking about
hey.
Stan. We talking about me right now, man. But, what I mean? The Monstar head of all is Ricky over here, man.
Right?
What you mean? I'm chasing Dean. Dean already beat me this last week, and this week he
We
showed.
have not seen your team with Austin Eckler just yet, man. Your team is so stacked, you can still hold on to Aaron Rodgers in your IR spot.
Hold on, but it's IR. I'm not like you, Scotty, who drafts the team on IR and be like, hey, can we live through the first week? You held on to Cooper Kupp since week 1, made that trade right when he got hurt. He was like, okay, that's your discount time, and that's your time. And then, of course, you had drafted Jonathan Taylor with your first third-round pick with that one. So you've been waiting for your team to come off IR.
See, this is a real salesman, y'all. You see, we start talking about him, and then he just spins it right back on you guys, man. Y'all got to watch this guy right here, man. Exactly.
Well, no. My team, like I said, I'm chasing Dean. He already beat me last week. Tried to catch him in points. Put up 30 more, and that's already 200 and what? I had 240, 239, somewhere around there.
That's crazy.
And still, like, that's the team can pop off anytime. I'm going to say that.
Literally.
Well, I would say David is the one that started that, though, that high scoring, because nobody ever seen any high scoring like that.
Yeah.
He did in the championship.
And that was with a regular team he did it with.
That sure was.
So
That's what happens when everybody has.
what was that score? 270?
No, he scored 300 in the championship game.
Yeah, he broke that 300 mark.
Mike Evans gave
70, yeah.
That's what keeps me believing. Like, I see your teams, but I still think I got a chance.
And that's the thing about, football is that one loss.
Yeah. Speaking of David, man, what about that JT trade that just finalized? I know we talked about it a little bit last week, but it just finalized this week. Just to recap, who was it? It was Jordan Love and David Montgomery with Desmond Ridder, and they just swapped. So David received David Montgomery and Desmond Ridder. JT got Jordan Love. So any other additional comments y'all want to speak on with that trade?
Didn't JT say he meant to take it down or something?
Yeah, so JT had proposed that trade. I don't know when, maybe weeks ago or...
They had no picks involved, so yeah.
Yeah, there was no picks involved, so I think he just left it up there and forgot about it. And then David seen it when David Montgomery was down, and he came back actually, and he accepted it mid-game. So,
Hey, David, that was the first game David got to sit down and watch and be like, "Oh man, this dude is nice."
Yeah.
That's when he was scoring all the
yeah, he
touchdowns.
scored 44 points.
Yeah. He said, "I guess that trade does make sense." So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess for JT, it does help him because when he traded me Deshaun Watson, or when I traded him Deshaun Watson, now Deshaun Watson's out. His throwing arm is injured or something like that. So he was out last week. He's going to be out this week too. So I guess Jordan Love coming in for JT is going to be good. But losing David Montgomery, he was already kind of light at running back. It's a little bit to overcome, but that's why I said I thought he was going to go for Kamara. But
you think that's why he's giving up on the season, as y'all was talking about earlier?
I think he's just getting frustrated with everything. The whole system, you could tell, like.
He's trying to implement rules. So we need to talk about some rules.
He said we're gonna go real NFL rules. You can't trade your first round pick, back to back years. So,
Look at me, whoa.
I'll be real. On the drive over here, I was thinking about that. Like, you just blowing up your team in week 3. I think you're searching for a unicorn that's not there. Like, you want to dominate every week till you get to the championship. It's just not going to happen.
We were talking about me.
Oh,
But we're there now. I wasn't here last week. We're there now. It's not going to happen. Sorry, and the reason I thought about this, too, was because I was like, the week after you gave away just about everything, them dudes went off. A.J. Brown went off. Somebody else went off. I think Mark Andrews. And I'm like, bro, if you had just kept this team, you would have won that following week. And we don't know what would have happened mid-season when injuries start happening. People like Fat Boy start making moves. Damn. Team. But it's like, I'm not saying you got to trust the process, but you got to let it play out just a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're playing on the owner's suit because you know that they'll be like, if he's giving it away now, I might not get this opportunity later. Let me get this trade in now.
for sure.
That was most of it, I would say, is just the fact that I know, like you said, a Fat Boy can come in, oh damn, I'm down, boom, boom, boom. Okay, hey, everyone's for sale. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to kind of get in there before that because I seen what Rick was doing. I seen what Dean was doing. Like I said, you came out of nowhere, kind of and just scoring consistently 180, 200.
So you're shaking in your boots.
Yes.
And then what's his name? Shanika got one on me, and then Dame.
He asked you a question.
And then I'm gonna respond to him. I heard him clearly. I'm sitting right in front of him. And then Dame came in with a 200 point. And I'm like, damn, like it's just everyone's gonna just pile up on me. So I said, you know what? Let me rethink what I have because Chubb went down, Eckler went down. Do I have enough in Madison and Javonte Williams and then a free agent, you know what I'm saying, to replace what Eckler and Chubb can do for me? AJ was performing, yeah, he had a good game last week. It's probably going to be trending upwards, but at that point in time, I'm like, you know what? I don't think this team has what it takes. So I'm going to go ahead and fall back, get what I can get for these people, and we're going to try again next year. So wasn't necessarily shaking in my boots. I was looking and processing what my team was because I don't think that, like I said, I don't think that Javonte Williams, he hasn't produced that well. Alex Madison, he had a good game last week or the week before. So I'm like, I don't think these players can hold me to go up against a Rick, to go up against a Dean, to go up against a you know what I'm saying, to go up against a Scotty who's coming up the ranks, you know what I'm saying?
I'm number 6. I don't know how my name got
This
there.
stuff happened, I think, after that.
Yeah. But still in the same sense, like, he still has players coming back. Like he has this week, got players coming back. Like, I'm thinking about all this stuff. I'm seeing all the plays everyone's making. Okay, I see all the players, people, the potential that these players have for these teams. Like, so I'm just like, hey man, I gotta throw in the towel, go back to the drawing board, and we'll see if we can do it again.
Yeah, my trade happened before Lowe, so that's what he's talking about. So I got Jamar Chase and Damian Pierce
Super early, right?
Yeah.
from Ricky. Yeah, maybe like
Not for me.
maybe a couple days before, or maybe the
That was
week
Vinny
before.
trade.
Yeah, that was Vinny's trade. So that's what he's talking about. It's like people are gonna start fire selling on the team, so then he have nobody left
I get
to
it.
really sell his team.
Well,
But
yeah.
then it's like, like Kamara would have been.
I was gonna say that-
eventually.
And I you can talk to Vinny. I hit up Vinny before I sold everything. I was like, hey, what you want for Kamara? And he was like, send me a trade. I'll think about it. And then I was like, okay. Went through the weekend, went through the game, because it was like before week 3, went through the game, and that's when Davis had that freaking just stop me out, and I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here.
So you got a smidge of what me and JT go through on a weekly basis. People don't want to trade with you, but they'll buy your team from you. Okay. Now you see what it feels like. I'm just putting it out there. Send trades every week. Nobody responds.
Because Alvin Kamara, I was like, okay, I've been in another league, and I was like, I was holding on to him, obviously, for when he comes back. I was like, that might be somewhere I can plug and play, you know what I'm saying, to team up with Alex Madison and see what we can do. But, yeah, then they're just like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and sell, man. So.
But if you would have waited, you would have got DJ Moore and Kumar for.
But I wouldn't even went for DJ Moore. I would have probably tried to go for Cooper or something, you know what I'm saying, which would have been still good, but like, DJ Moore for me, huh?
It'd been more expensive.
It would have been more expensive, but yeah, I wouldn't even look at DJ Moore. That's why I told Fat Boy the thing. I was like, dang, I was like, I would run for Puka instead of DJ Moore. But then I was like, he's thinking about stacking because he has Justin Fields, which makes sense for him. And
Yeah.
obviously it paid off for him this week. So, but yeah, so I mean, is that good enough for you, Stanley?
No, because I got to deal with him. Pointing at Ricky.
Well, the Swifties been tearing me up these last couple of weeks, so I don't know. Yeah. So we got to get him back on.
I think you can say Los is responsible for these super teams.
That's-
He just gave them that extra boost of knocks on them.
So
Make
my
it
real issue is just having to deal with Ricky and Dean now. That's the only real issue I have. And I'm hot.
But all I
Because now it's
gave
going to
him
make me
was
make a move.
all he has is Patrick Mahomes now.
Only.
Oh, Eckler's coming.
I mean, as of right now.
Eckler's
he
coming
was
back next
already
week.
stat coming in, which
Yeah.
I got that. I accepted that. But it's like, now you got the icing on the cake. At first he just had the cake. Now he's got the icing on the cake. He's got his name spelled on top in that icing. He got cherry on top. Maraschino cherries.
I think if I did do anything, obviously,
Scuba ice
for
cream.
Dean, I gave him the I gave him
The juice.
the ice
Mark
cream,
Andrews.
and the Alamo, gave him everything. You know what I'm saying?
He got a 3-course meal over there.
He did.
I would say I probably did give him that. So hey, if you win, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and put a little my name on the side, Los. It's like Rick has it with Vinny on that championship. So
Sure
you
do.
know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Hey, you know what? Rise up to the occasion, man. Come on, 3-time champ. You want to get back in the game? Rise up.
I gotta get my feet in the mud.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I sent you trades too. Okay.
Come on, bro.
Would you rather have, right now? Would you rather have Tyler Higbee or Mark Andrews? Because I sent you Mark Andrews.
Maybe you want like a first or something
No,
too? Because it was like a joke trade.
I said a third. No, I said a fourth actually.
I can't remember exactly what
Third
it
for
was.
me though. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? We would have had a deal for a 4.
But no.
And then like as Leon said, he spit in my face. So I said, okay. Now it goes back to a 5th.
No, Scotty, go back. No, go back because I sent you. You sent me a 4th, and then I did send you a 3rd, but I thought I sent you a 4th back.
Yeah.
But I sent him the 4th instead. On accident. But it was on accident.
But I'm saying I don't know the accidents. I just see what comes to my phone.
Listen. Then I said, okay, just send it through. And then you sent me a 6.
No, what happened was stand in, return your call. Somebody else would return your call. So he's like, let me come spin back to see if he got it. And like I said, as Leon said, you spit in my face. So then I was like, I already knew you went to go check other offers to see if you could get a better, you could give it to somebody else, the same deal, because that's what me and JT go through is we send you these elite deals, and then you guys make the deal with somebody else, the same exact deal. He's like, I like this deal, but I don't want to trade it with you. So, last, do you got this 4th and 6th for me? You can have this guy.
But see, I bring up last only trades with Scotty.
Because you see the vision of the great deals that I'm giving him. I gave him Anthony Richardson, who might be Rookie of the Year outside of his boy, C.J. Stroud. And then he got a starting running back, Joe Mixon, but who would have thought that the Bengals would have been this sorry at the beginning? Okay.
It's like the witching hour with the lights off.
No, you got sunglasses on in here.
You right. For the people that can't see me, yes, I am in here with a hat on and some shades on because I'm trying to be incognito. My name's been brought up a lot. I'm like, no, don't focus on me. Focus on the monster teams that I'm not involved in. I'm aiming at them too. I'm just trying to get number 4.
But let's go back to the question. Would you rather have Tyler Higbee or Mark Andrews?
I'm going to be real with you because, like, y'all know me. I'm like, I pick players and I keep going after them, like St. Brown. Like, he's been my guy for a while. Like, he's a consistent 10 points. Even though now they got Puka and Cup, but for some reason, he's still going to get points. Like, yes, it would be nice to get Mark Andrews, but am I really trying to give up something for a tight end when I got all these receivers and I got Christian McCaffrey on my squad? Like, I don't need it. Well, now I might need it, but before these two teams happened, I really didn't need the points from there. And I got the Pats doing what they do. Go Pats on defense. That offense doesn't deserve that defense.
and that's why it's not going to match.
They fight.
That's why they going to match.
And then Matt Jones, he doesn't do anything for him. Puts him back on the field as early as he can.
I'm about to say, speaking of your wide receiver, St. Brown, it looks like you're going to be out. So what are you going to do this week?
Put in somebody else.
Yeah, I'm looking for to see who's that wide receiver.
Adam Thielen.
He said he going to throw.
So, with that being said, I know it's too late, though, because it's Saturday. But he want that boy Jameson Williams.
Hey,
Are you coming at me trade talks during the podcast?
what you mean? You didn't listen to last week's? Because it was.
I didn't finish.
Speaking of last week's, let's revisit last week's one. I offered Los a tight end, two 14s for his 2 13s. He didn't have faith in his own Cowboys. Ferguson went off for 19 points, I want to say.
You offered me fire moves.
No, at first I offered you Ferguson. I was like, did you want Ferguson? You like, no, he drops everything. So then I was like, all right, well, I got your boy, the Ferguson dude, because I offered you Muth. No, then you said, oh, you picked him out of free agency. And I was picking a Leon move right there. I got him off free agency. He produced. You know what I mean? Do you want him?
Leon moved that.
So he's like, oh nah, you pick him out of free agency. So I was like, all right, I got the move for you then.
Scotty always.
He's like, I don't know, man. And, yeah, so Sam, back to you, man. I got Jefferson for you, man. Before the price goes up, man.
You get over here.
All right.
I said, like,
He's gonna walk into a number one spot. They said, I haven't seen it because I never watched the Lions game. They said the 2 catches that he does have in his career, they're over 40-yard catches.
Oh, I got this dude from Green Bay.
And he only got 2 catches, by the way.
Like, I hear you. I really do hear you. But my bench players, like, they're getting opportunities. And I just want to see everybody eat on the Mob Squad.
Yeah.
What's his name? Dubes, Dobbs?
Romeo Dobbs, yeah.
He's gonna finally get a chance to show me what he can do in the lineup.
Yeah, I got him in one of my dynasty leagues. He's pretty solid.
20 points the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're good over here.
So you're saying no to Jameson, by the way?
I'm saying we're good over here.
Okay. And I'm good, this means a no.
No, I'm just saying we're good over here.
Okay.
Like, I have my team, and we're good over here. We're in our camp. We just got to figure out once we get in the playoffs how we're gonna do. But I'm just hoping on some rainy days. That's it. I like my position.
I made her cry.
Oh God, we over here laughing because we got special guest Marley who just ain't feeling too much about life right now except Daddy.
She's a crier. What do you expect?
Hey, would expect from this small child.
I was gonna say you can tell Lee I don't have no kids. It's all right.
Did we talk about all these trades and me enough?
Well, like I said, we can get to my favorite segment.
What?
Is
About
the updates
GMs.
of the trash GMs. Leon, he phrased that last year.
We just need a preview this week. That's all.
Yeah,
Get a preview.
when he went.
4 or 5 weeks in, man.
Well, while you think about your preview, can we go on the Stan's power rankings?
Oh, it's still on me? Hello.
Stan's power rankings. What is your power rankings for the week?
Oh, that. I keep thinking that. This is week. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
This week.
Week 5.
5, yeah.
All right. It really hasn't changed much up top. Still Dean at 1, me at 2, Ricky at 3. Now, last week, Shanika played Fat Boy, and that came down to who would take the 4th or 5th spot. She beat him. Mm-hmm. That's why I say he's going to figure out a way to mess it up. So he's in 5th, but he's in, if the playoffs were to start today, he's in. Mm-hmm. Probably the first time in forever. I'd have to check. Man. Probably the first time. I have to check the UTB history.
Damn.
You got Let's Make a Deal making that push into the 6th and final spot. You got Winter is Coming. Probably the quietest person in the league.
Don't know what he want to do.
Haven't talked to Phil since draft day. But he's in 7th. Emerald City, he went down. The replacements sitting in 9th. Dane is in 10th. I think because he lost last week, so he moved down. Too Sweaty, still not a top 5 team.
Damn.
Vinny's struggling. Home of the Brave struggling. and David, he's okay with his spot. He just won last year. He's got the Super Bowl hangover, I believe. And that rounds out the rankings. Anybody see Dean losing anytime soon? I don't.
No. Like I said, with his team, everybody pops off like playing a piano. Like, if this one goes down and this one ain't, you got somebody else that just pops off and does the work for him. He got that I'm going to put you on my back real quick and with a lot of players. And that's what I'm saying. Looking at his team, I'm the 2nd highest scorer. Yeah, that sounds good. But when it's 100 points or more just about, there is some concern
What did you
that
score last week?
239. And that was my top week. And then he was like, hey.
272.
Yeah, he was like, hold this real quick. It scored 272. So
I don't know if it's too early to ask, but with the towards the end of the season, the teams that are in the playoffs in real football, they sit their players, rest their players, and whatnot. Do you think your team or Dean's team will be affected by that, or even Stan's team or anything?
Oh, no, yeah, not at all. Because it's that last week, hopefully. If not, it'll be another debacle year of 2023 for your boy Rick. Down and out when they don't play in the playoffs or don't play those regular season games.
Doesn't it go to the last week?
No, it's the week before.
Last week.
Oh,
Yeah. So since this is week before, we're good. Those are division games
Yeah.
or the division wins. So yeah.
And I was thinking that too, because like the Niners, them dudes is on the road right now. But like McCaffrey, he got a bunch of points in the first half, but I think they played with Arizona last week. They kept it close enough for him to stay in the game. Because the announcers were like, he's done enough. Like, why is he still in the game?
You don't have to worry about that, dude, McCaffrey.
No, he was talking about sitting players. Like, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because, like, even Philly, like, they're not going to sit anybody because they want to keep that going into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I think the load management thing is only for the NBA now. Like, NFL teams want to keep that timing going, so they're keeping players in, at least for the first half. So we'll be able to get points. Just won't be high points unless you're Minnesota, who throws in Justin Jefferson 60-yard touchdowns every time.
Every time.
I'm like, does he not play inside the 20? Like, he just gets a slant outside the 50 and goes every time. How does he get that open?
And I was thinking even this year, Justin Jefferson's going to take a little hit just because, okay, you lose your number 2, you lose your number 1 running back. Like, okay, we just going to play you. And he still makes plays. Man.
And by the way, I guess he just loves Kirk Cousins because the word is that he denied that extension that they offered him too. It was supposed to make them like the highest paying wide receiver, but he denied it just because he wants to know where Kirk Cousins is going to be at because that's his guy. So.
Of course, that's his guy.
I'm about to say he makes him into
I'm a Hall of Famer with you, big dog.
I'm about to say he makes him into a Hall of Famer. Exactly. I don't care if I win. I don't care if I lose. At least I know I'm getting the rock.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. Man, that LSU team was crazy with him and Jamar Chase and Joey Burrow.
That's what I need Josh Allen to keep doing, is keep finding digs. Like, that last touchdown was just on the defense, because he was in the spot with him, but then he fell and he kept running. But I'm like, I need those touches. He got like 3 or 4 last week.
I need those too.
Because if I can add that to McCaffrey, then I'm scoring as much as you guys. And then I just need C.J. Stroud, he was on my bench last week, I think.
Yeah, he was.
He's in now.
That Houston team was really solid.
Yeah.
Oh, versus Atlanta? Yeah, he'll be in too.
I think he's finding his way in the NFL now. Because he's got Nico, and then he's got, what's his name? Yeah.
I'll just say that Shanahan does have a nice little culture tree out there with Mike Daniels out there, and then D'Amico Ryan in Houston right now. Them boys be airing that thing out. So they be airing it out. So, yeah.
I just need Kenny Pickett to get his stuff together so I can have 2 quarterbacks.
Oh, it's over. Kenny Pickett is not the one.
I know that now. But it's like, the thing about it, I messed up on draft day. I had an amazing draft, but I messed up because I was supposed to get a quarterback before I stopped having picks. In that first 5 picks, I was supposed to go after the quarterback, but I started seeing all these running backs, and I got happy. I was like, oh, yes, they're still available. And then Breece Hall, who he needs to get his stuff together as well.
He's still recovering.
They said they're taking him off snap count.
Yeah, I need them to go all in with him.
Well, we'll see.
And they're playing, who are they playing? I think it's the Broncos this week. So if he were to go off, this would be the week to do it.
2 bad teams playing. I wonder who's going to pay attention to that game to anybody other than the fantasy owners. I'm about to say, those players, man, that's going to be a high-scoring game because nobody can stop nobody.
Right?
Nobody can stop nobody.
I'm about to say, you think your team could turn it around? The Jacksonville Jaguars playing against Buffalo?
Well, our amazing win is in London. It's supposed to be a home game for us, hopefully.
I've been out there for about 3 weeks, man.
We took a mini vacation. We marked it off on the schedule as well. So hopefully they got jet lag. It's a really good team. And I'm kind of torn because, of course, I got Josh Allen, and I want him to do real good, but not good enough to win, I would say. So that means Trevor Lawrence, can you get your stuff together? Because, man, I feel like our offense is way more talented than what we've been showing.
Definitely.
ETN. I totally agree.
ETN, Ridley, Kirk.
Especially since you got Evan Ingram on your bench too, right?
Well, that's my backup tight end. That was a sleeper tight end. Y'all left him for me like in the 10th, 11th round. Man, y'all should know Doug Peterson makes tight ends.
My other tight end's on the injury reserve right now from Denver, but I don't know how long he's going to stay on the team. I don't want to see Russ cook anymore. His food is unseasoned. It's not that great. Yeah, but it wasn't worth me giving something up for.
Dang.
I disagree with you with that Russell take though.
That he's not cooking?
Yeah, he's doing some eggs. You know, you boil some eggs right now. I mean, at least it's not better. He's warming up a little bit. I mean,
the only time he cooked was against the Commanders when I didn't need him to, and he the Hail Mary.
Yep.
I'm like, come on! I almost was Davis' first win, but I wasn't. Luckily,
So Davis sitting out
it
there.
was JT, I think. No shade, JT, but it was you. That was hella shade. I meant what I said too.
Oh dang! During the podcast, Stan, you done took off St. Brown out your roster, huh? While we're sitting right here, huh?
I just wanted to show him because he was like, "What are you gonna do if he's doubtful?" I'm like, "Bro, we just plug in another player next man up."
Plug and play.
that's what those monster teams do.
Here we go. They were available this whole time. I just picked them up. Nobody else did. I ain't even have to use the waiver wire. I still haven't used it. Leon.
I'm still number one?
Yeah, because I haven't used it. So now I know if you drop somebody during the games, they count that as a waiver wire move. So if you are holding on to that spot, don't drop them during the game. I don't even care if everybody else knows that. I'm helping y'all out. I'm really for the community.
Here we go.
I really am for the community. The whole, I know you were just saying you thought it went to the last week, but me changing it to before the last week, that was me. I'm for the community. I don't know what this guy's doing.
I'm glad that change happened because, like I said, after that would hurt me.
Because we would have had people on buys in that first week of the playoffs, and it would have been terrible. You're welcome.
Well, we can appreciate that because I know my team. I need to get this one. It has to have my name on this trophy. I can't see Dean's organization on there. You know, Dean LLC, whatever you want to call it over
The Dean.
Oh, Kaylin.
Hey, I won't say no names, but they got a great system over there. I'll say that.
They all deans. They right. They all deans. So.
It's called John Schneider and Pete Carroll.
So they got a system. They got a system over there.
Ozzie Newsome and Jim Harbaugh.
So is the preview ready, Leon?
Nah, I told you I ain't talking about that this
We gotta get it.
I'll tell you
It's
one
a chunk.
thing that we have to do though. We have to talk about the matchup of the week though. Who do y'all think is the matchup of the week?
Cowboys versus the 49ers.
Nah, I'm talking about.
Oh.
I'm talking
I
about.
don't even know if there is one. Let me see.
I know the one last week was Shanika and
Another one next
that
week.
boy.
Yeah, I don't think there's one this week.
Day midnight and the stands.
So Damon Stan maybe. But Stan always put these low projected players that got high upside that always performs for stay out of nowhere. This happens I see it happen a lot. I
will say Too Sweaty and Home of the Brave because I feel like if Too Sweaty gets his dub, then he's gonna really be talking again. So, as he already said, touch up that lineup and on the band. So,
Is that what he was talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
because Leon likes to put everybody on the bench and then he fills it in little by little. So Laz is already talking. He said, Leon, Home of the Brave, touch that lineup up. So I feel like that's gonna be the one. So.
This is gonna be a good one, bro.
And then that leads into next year's in the draft too. That last week when he shows up, he's gonna be talking that trash. I beat you, and I beat you. I almost got you. So he's that guy. So he said, "You're trash. I beat you last year." So what are you talking?
Okay, I agree. If the game of the week is probably me and Dane because he's only projected to get like 134 points, but we know. At any time he could go off. The last time he went off though was Keenan Allen. He doesn't have him this week, so we'll see.
Yeah, Keenan Allen's on fire. So that's the reason I didn't pick it because his second top player is not even available.
You say Brown's not available too, so it's even.
George Kittle is becoming a passive, blocking tight end.
That's all he needs to do. Christian McCaffrey got it. And Brandon Ayuk, he's going crazy
He
too.
is. I figured he would be in that number 2 in that offense because he's more the route runner while they have Debo as like doing whatever, just kind of plug and play type deal.
Yeah.
So
I said, like, they in real life, they look dangerous.
they do.
The Niners, and they got that defense. And I swear they just picked up somebody else on defense. Like, somebody traded a defender to them, a pass rusher.
I think.
Yeah, they just got from your boy, Randy Gregory, your DN. He went to the Broncos.
Randy Gregory.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy Gregory, yeah.
He went to the 49ers.
He's on the 49ers, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're stepping up.
So that means that 49er game may beat Dean's team record for points this week on the season because he's projected to get 246.
Nah.
The defense playing Dallas will be the first matchup.
He might get some money on that one, but he got Saquon playing. Man, Saquon got all the talent in the world, but we seen that dumpster fire in New Jersey.
That's next week, ain't it?
Yeah, that's this week.
Dean and Fat Boy?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's next week.
Right now he's playing God
Closers
did.
next week.
But he was just talking about the points
Don't
total
lose.
for this week.
I'm going to try my best not to.
Don't lose.
Are you in my division?
Don't lose. That's all I'm saying.
Because I'm like a black cloud over all y'all right now.
Dang, he said looking down.
I'm trying to get that separation just so I can get that bye. I don't need the bye, but it'd be nice to have the bye.
I'll put your 1-on-1 next week.
In my mind, and I'm not, I know, like, in my mind, I'm playing you.
Okay.
On that second week, like, you're in the wild card, I'm playing you for that bye, and then I'm playing Dean in the championship game.
Dang.
I just got to figure out.
All right, David and Goliath over here.
It's because the only way that he can get is if he beats Dean.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you're discounting Marcus over here because he's in your league. You're saying that he's not even part of the discussion.
You want me to say it again? In my mind. Because the thing about Marcus, he might have to play him in the wild card.
So I'm saying that with the division,
Thanks,
y'all
Scott.
two
He
are in
trying
the
to
same
tear
division.
us all together.
We got work to do over here. It's that season. We got work to do. David might beat me this
I was
week.
just talking about the division.
So here's the thing about me. Once I do get at the top of the division, for some reason, like, people just keep losing to me in my division. I don't know why. Marcus calls it out all the time. Like, I get that spot and I just hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we got work to do over here, man. So
And that's what I was going
He
to
should
comment.
make the playoffs, but he might lose to him. And then I got to worry about him and then Dean in the championship. Now, if Dean's not in the championship, oh, it's open season.
Oh.
Man.
I'm looking at you. You probably can't see my eyes.
Hey,
right
I
now.
can tell you. I can tell where your
Looking
head.
right at
Okay,
you.
it's all right though. Hey, that's what I'm here for. I need my name
Because I
on
know
that
how
trophy.
Ricky is in those later rounds. Something's gonna happen. It's history. I'm sorry, bro. It's history. It's not. It's not like he did something.
Yeah,
it's
it's just-
literally everybody set the last time he was that deep in the playoffs.
In the championship, I remember when Jamal Charles gave me 76 points to get me to that. I was the first high score. I was like, I'm in the championship, and then the very next week, which was the last week of the season, and they had the 3 waiver wire pickup move.
the most rule, yeah.
Yeah, so that day I couldn't even fill in my roster, the whole roster. I had to go with some that gave me donuts just because I didn't have enough players on my team that wanted to come out to play that Sunday. So that was a hurtful championship.
We got the Ricky rule. We got Los rule.
Was that the rule or the year you went like 13-1 the whole year or something like that? You were like Fantasy Jacksonville? Was that shit that year?
No, it wasn't that year because I barely went into the playoffs, and then Jamal Charles got off those last couple of games or whatever, and kind of boosted me up.
Crazy, bro.
And then
Saying
Jamal Charles, that's
crazy.
I remember that game because
Fantasy for a long time.
man, for real.
Over 10 years.
Yeah.
But then that makes me think about something else. Like, JT has said something about will there be rule changing and stuff. I'm not saying a rule, but like after seeing what happened this year, will it make the Winters is Cummings, the Dames, the Shanikas, will it make them become more active so we don't get the super teams? Because it's like if they're more active and they're making trades as well, now it becomes more competitive teams at the bottom trying to come up, like what you're doing this year. Like you were at what 10th place, and like your team is now more.
So you put me at the very bottom of the power rankings in week 2.
Yeah, and now you're like moving up.
You went at the very.
I was at the bottom of the power rankings.
I know who Scotty is in fantasy. He's won the championship, but I mean, like
12.
those teams that aren't 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Like, are they going to be like, all right, I got to do something? So instead of seeing this super team now, I can compete with them.
But at the same time, every fantasy league, I don't care where you're at, always have those 3 to 4 trash players, trash teams,
13.
GMs.
That's the bottom.
So no matter what, you kind of
How
mix
is
that
not
up.
13 out of 14, though, not the
You're
bottom?
going to get those.
So that's to the league. What you guys going to do? Are we going to keep having these super teams? Because we know Ricky is extremely active with trades. We know Dean is now willing to make a move. Or excuse me, the Deans. We know they're willing to make a move now. Are you? That's the thing.
I feel like some people are not, just because last year should have been an indicator. Like when David came into the league year 2, and he just went balls to the wall type thing, and then won a championship. So the next year, if it was me, I'm like, I'm taking his strategy.
But that's where I go back to previously when we were talking about is that some people just don't do that. They pull a stance move and say, hey, I'm going to focus on me. I'm not going to do outside moves unless I have to, and they'll do 1 or 2.
But Stan didn't.
Honestly, how I got this team.
But I'm saying that's what he did the year before, was he made those moves to get this team. Because he threw Stevenson and somebody else. That's how he got those couple extra picks. And
But they would have to have a down season to sell their team. So they have to draft well and have great players on their team that's doing that.
But he was in the conversation last year, but there were some good teams out there. So he's like, I'm just cool. I ain't going to win anything, so I might as well try this out. And that's what he did.
Yeah, I did enough to get some picks. Plus, I won the consolation.
Yeah.
And it's like, so now I got Christian McCaffrey plus some more picks.
Oh, so you just now admitted that you have a muscle team.
Not a muscle. How can I say this? I'm learning how to play their game. I'm pointing at Scotty and Ricky. I'm learning how to play their game. If that makes sense. Because it's like I figured out how to win, and then somebody came in and said, that's done. JT. He said, let's start trading picks. And now it's like, it's even out of his control. Because he started this, but now he's looking like, man, like, what do I do? Every year I'm coming in.
What do I do?
I'm not drafted until the 4th round. Now he's got to figure out how to, I guess, balance it to where you're good in the draft, but then you're just picking up pieces, if that makes sense.
Well, it's all about at least like waiting to the later part when the dust settles, because of course we already know who starts the trading every year.
Here we go.
So my man to my left, Scotty. Scotty always starts the trades, and then from there you see a trade frenzy in our league. You let the dust settle, you get whatever's left over if you can get those pieces. Just like I said with that Vinny trade, Vinny gave out deals according to what we all paid for different deals, but. Yeah, you wait till the dust settles.
And at the same time, I know Vinny's not here to speak for himself. He's probably thinking, I just gave it up to somebody who's not really a threat. That was supposed to be very offensive, Fat Boy. But, it's very offensive. Because it's like I said, there's a list of people that I'm like, they can have all the picks in the world. I'm still not really super worried.
What's that list?
Bingo.
You really y'all just want to start some beef.
Well, no,
but it's on God, man.
I'm going to say you
Don't
already
cheat the
said.
people.
Y'all just want to
You
start
said,
Don't cheat the people.
Gotta follow with the track. That's online with the track rankings too.
Y'all want to start some beef, and I'm here for it. Here's my list of people I'm not worried about. Fat Boy, top of the list.
Number 1.
Laz, also near the top of the list. Los, somewhere near the top of the list. These are people that I know, like, they're just going to make a lot of moves.
Top 3? That's your top 3?
That's my top 3 on the list.
We can't get to 5?
We can't get to 5.
Okay.
Because there's not really, like I said, JT and you, that's on a different list. Like, I hope you guys don't do well every year. And then it's like Ricky and Dean are trying to get on that list because I'm like, these two teams are, if you guys figured out that you could try to do this every year, you'll become a problem, like, for years to come.
Oh, well, I have to. I already sold this year, so that means, next year's pick's going to go.
Home of the Brave is a problem every other year. Like, him and David, they're on that list like every other year because they're gonna do something and be down, and then the next year, my man's got a bunch of picks. But now it becomes, can you figure out how to win again? It ain't easy. It's not. Good luck. That's all I got to say. And who else is in the league? Well, Shanika, she don't make a lot of moves. Dame, I think, is going to start playing a game like us. Like within the next 3 to 4 years.
I think he's sitting it during draft day. Like, okay, this is something different.
When he was just sitting there pouting like that. Yeah. Dang, I ain't got no picks.
The trade that he made with, who was it, Fat Boy?
Yeah, Fat Boy, yeah.
That's just the beginning of that.
Yeah.
That's test the waters.
Yeah. And then I think, like I said, within the next 3 to 4 years, he's probably going to go all in. Hopefully, I'll get number 4 before he goes all in. I really just don't want to see anybody that's already won one win another one, because then that puts pressure on me to be the best in the league.
Well,
legacy. That's what we're doing here.
Let me win one then. I ain't tripping.
No. Let me win number 4, and you can win next year.
Yeah, speaking of the...
I was going to say, so you're not going to be greedy and try to go out the 5th then? If you went 4?
If I went 4, I could chill for another second. I said I just want to be on every side of the trophy. That's all. Damn. Just so I can do it in every era. We're like the Swifties out here. We're doing it in eras. every 10 years, I'm mentioned in there.
Speaking of the dust settling, is there a big move left available out there?
Of course there is, because you're in this league.
There's a couple. I think there's a couple that's out there. Do I think anybody's going to take it? Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's only a couple teams. I'll say Fat Boy. I think he still got his first round for next year.
Yeah,
maybe so.
I still got my first
draft. When's the deadline for the draft?
I'm gonna be like OJ.
I think it's November sometime. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have an OJ moment. Hypothetically speaking, if there was a big move, it would be me going after a quarterback that's better to really solidify my squad. Hypothetically speaking, I'm not gonna do it. I don't think.
So yeah, that's what I put out there. I don't think it's a possibility.
So Dame and Winter's Coming is the people you're gonna talk to, huh?
I'm just saying, if there was a move out there, it would be me trying to beef up that to compete with you guys. Because if CJ Stroud can go for like 20 to 30 a game, and I could get, I don't know who has who. Yeah, if I could get a Lamar Jackson or a Pat Mahomes or something like that, that would probably like put me up there with you two. Hypothetically speaking.
I say all it takes is a couple of losses and people start changing their mind around here.
Exactly.
Well,
start playing on emotions.
I'm not gonna say that because that's how I got my team right now.
Whole league trying to figure out what I'm thinking now. I know your wheels are spinning. What quarterbacks do I got, or what can I trade to get a quarterback and then trade instead?
Oh no! If I get a quarterback, I'm keeping that quarterback.
Because that's what's missing on Scotty's team, of course. Scotty's team.
Marcus is the dark horse out here now.
You need a quarterback too? You got Stafford. Who else you got?
You got CJ Stroud. Who else you need?
No, I was asking what other quarterbacks do you have?
Huh?
Oh, you gonna make me pull my phone out? All right.
He said, He said, "What you talking about?" Let's make a deal.
You could have just answered.
I got Daniel Dimes.
Oh yeah.
He's some Daniel.
Yeah. He need a quarterback. Daniel Jones. Duke graduate Daniel Jones. He ain't dying anybody up, and I know because I got who's a tight end?
Dan Waller.
Yeah, I got him on my squad, and they're like they even said it the last game. Whoever they played, the announcer was like, you could tell when the wide receivers just aren't engaged. They're not running routes hard. They're not finishing them. And then they showed it, and dudes is like, I said, yeah, they know they're going to lose.
So we got 6 teams that's 1-3, and we got 4 teams that are 2-2. Who's going to be I know we did this last year. Who's the bottom 2 in the league this year?
Oh, definitely gonna be me because I'm projected 100 points every
David's
week.
one of them.
You said David?
He's already at the bottom.
Yeah, you got first
He's
one.
a better team than I do though.
David and me at the bottom right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was looking at between David and Leon and see who has a better. I might have to say Leon might slide
I'm about to make this push, playoff push.
consolation
Wait,
draft
hold
push.
on. That's a topic right there. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm not gonna be a buyer. That's the problem. So
I was about to say, what do you mean by playoff push?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How are you gonna be?
I lied. Los's team.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I got Ryan Tannehill to start.
That's what I'm saying. I think your highest projection is like 10 points.
I tell this man too, like, bro, keep something. Just trying to win the consolation. And I remember he hit me. He's like, man, I'm good over here. Then the next day he hit me like, yeah, I'm not good over here. I was like, I told you that. Because like that's why we did that, so people wouldn't just stink it up. Like, at least keep something so you could try to get that first pick.
yeah, you should have won the consolation bracket.
For Leon, huh?
Like I told you, if I would have had my picks still, I would have went for it. I'm sure would have went for it. But
We can act like we don't know what he has, but imagine if he wins the consolation plus every other pick that he's accumulated.
Because he'll have the number 1 pick and then Los' 3 pick.
Yeah, that's basically what Dean had.
Yeah.
With the second and fifth or something? Yeah.
was it second?
Yeah,
it was second.
It was the second because he lost the consolation.
Yeah, but no, my history though, I'll trade one of the picks. That's what I always do. I do that every year.
To try to set himself up for the next year.
Everybody, come over home of the Brave and get that first pick. It's going to be expensive, but
Yeah.
He said
He's
over there.
Y'all want to talk to me?
He said North
about
prices.
selling first round picks every year. Y'all want to talk? Okay, that's cool.
No, I talked to you about panicking every year.
I don't know.
setting people up. I'm the real communities.
I said
Watch. One year, Leon's going to have like 4 to 5 first round picks and 4 to 5 second round picks, just the way he trades.
Like, there's a common thing between you two. Like, you'll just get a bunch of picks and then start thinking about the next year. And I'm like, why not just beef up the team this year, win it, and be done with it, then come back the next year?
They're just trying to do it back to back.
That's hard to do.
Well, that's why I'm trying to say I sold my soul this year. Gave up my first and second to win. I got to do it. I got to put the NFTs in the hand.
I don't think that's selling out though. Really. I mean, it is selling, but you still got a third, which there's still gonna be a lot out there.
Yeah,
As we've seen with Scotty and with JT, got some key pieces. You had like 5 picks in the third round.
For sure.
So.
Yeah, but that's a little different because first off, Scotty and JT, they're the most hated people they trade to because why? Being in the third round, you got to make the right moves at the right time with the right people. It's more to this puzzle and this line in the third round than just, drafting or whatnot because for some reason, like I said, that's why JT and Scotty, nobody likes to trade with them because they send 5 trades a week. People's tired of it and listening to them and forming this team because it's a lot more work and you have to make the right moves at the right time with the right people. So shout out to JT and Scotty, of course, because like I said, Scotty was talking about making a trade before draft day with Leon, and draft is almost a month away. Nobody even did homework yet, and Scotty's already talking about trades and trying to shut down the game. So
that's a salesman for you.
I'm gonna be on flights. Just
I know we're going over, but since Leon's sitting right here, so the people hear on what JT and I be talking about, let me clear my throat, people. This man Leon had the number 3 overall pick on sale for a 1, 2, and 3 pick for the following year. I meet those demands and just make a little minor change to it. I get a call back. He said, yeah, let me talk to Los, man. I'm going to lower my offer and see what Los does. If Los doesn't accept this trade, you got a deal. Leon, can you speak on that?
Speak on what? You already know. You just said it.
But why? What was the thought process?
This Los came to me first.
Okay. He said he's loyal. He's the godfather over here.
Mm-hmm.
He's loyal to the soil. Okay. I thought you was going to say something like...
So if Marcus would have took my deal that I offered him, then we had a done deal. But he didn't. He countered.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do with a counter? Is you can either accept or reject. And I rejected the offer. And then fast forward a couple of months, and I got
it wasn't even a couple months because I hit you up over.
It was a couple of weeks.
I put the offer out there, and I hit you up every week. I'm like, hey, what's up with my offer?
5 times a week.
And what did I say? I was like, no, I'm not even thinking about fantasy football.
Uh-huh.
And then when it was time to draft, what did I tell you? I was like, okay, I think I got a deal what I want to do. But Los was the one that hit me up first.
When did Los hit you up?
He hit me up first when I first put the offer in with Ban. Ban dropped what? You dropped Ban like 2-3 months before fantasy, and then I put that in there. Los was the first person that hit me, not you. Mm-hmm. You sent me an offer, but Los said, "Hey, let's talk." So
okay, but let's talk, and then somebody put in an action. So which one is really first?
Well, if you would have put in
action or talking.
If you would have put in action of what I wanted, then you would have got the deal.
No, action or talking. You said let's talk.
But you didn't. You didn't.
But this is people in the community of UTB. This is what JT and I is talking about right there.
You spit my face.
Oh, he spit in the face.
And I said, hey, this is what I want, and you know my philosophy.
You didn't put no offer out there. You said this is what you want.
I said, this is what I want, and you know my philosophy. Mm-hmm. You eat this year, next year you don't eat. Mm-hmm. You know that. And you're trying to eat in both weeks.
No, I did not. Yeah, no, because again.
Because you was trying to do that little middle thing that y'all like to do, which is
I will say that.
I was trying, let me get a first. Let me get your first, but let me get a third from you.
So the community of UTB could know. So Leon wanted, he'll give up the 3, this the first, number 3 overall pick. And he wanted my 1, 2, and 3. I met those demands, right? The only change in that offer was for that same year. As he said, this year you eat, next year you don't. He still wanted to keep his 3rd round pick. I said, no, well, let's go off of your philosophy. I eat this year, you eat next year. So I need that third. Let me finish. I need that 3rd round pick. The only other change was he wanted to give me the 13, 14. I moved that back down to like a 10, 11.
No, you didn't. It was like a 7 or 8.
It was a 7 or 8.
It was a 7 or 8, and that wasn't even close.
So
that got rejected.
Well, it has to be a part 2 of this.
It is. But I say I will agree with Leon with some things, because with Scotty, your first offer is not going to be your final trade. I'll say that. they always get, he baits you in. All right, I'll give you this. You're like, okay, let's get this. Well, let me change this around a little bit.
I don't have no problems with the negotiation, and that's what him and JT do. They want to negotiate. Marcus' deals are better than JT's deals. JT's deals like, oh yeah, let me give you this person that's a bum for this great person, and then you want to negotiate with theirs. There's no starting point. At least Marcus has a little starting point with some of his trades, but some of the deals that JT be throwing out there sometimes are iffy. I mean, lately he's been getting pretty good though. But previously, I can't even think of anybody right now. But that's what he usually do. He'll be like, Patrick Mahomes is doing great. I got Jordan Love for you. Like, come on now. Like, and a 1. I give you 1, but you have to give me your 2nd. Like that doesn't go for me. I don't like that. So,
but you always say Scotty's trades is better because Scotty's like that free ad. You want this free iPhone, and then once you get in there, you gotta realize what you gotta do to get that free iPhone. Hey, you gotta, because the price will change. Oh, now I gotta pay sales tax on that iPhone or whatever it is. He gets you in the room.
Well, I think you're right. The difference between them two, like you said, is that Marcus talks to everybody. JT doesn't, and that's the difference. He doesn't have the temperature that Marcus has. Marcus has the temperature of the league of everybody.
He knows.
He talks to everybody. That's the difference.
Text you.
You got a group chat. It's available for everybody.
No, it's not no group chat.
Call the text line. Hey, see my trade?
Man, me and Scotty will be talking about houses, and it'd be like, hey, what are you thinking about the fantasy team? Always trying to get you talking, hey, and then you done said too much when you realize what Scotty doing. Scotty check him off his list with, Hey, check you off. I talked to him this week. He's okay with this team. For real. Because nobody gets Laz talking like I said. Me and Laz, we verbally agreed to a trade. He was like, I think I'm gonna take it. I ain't heard from him since week 2. But what happened? Scotty did. Hey, how you doing, young brother? Hey, you remember when we used to come around there real quick? Hey, your team will look better with Joe Mixon. And then there it is.
We're about to have a new poll on the band. Who has talked to Scotty this week? 1 to 2 hours, 3 to 5 hours. Just to see what everybody in the league says.
Hey, for real. Scotty makes people trade where you'd be like, where'd they even come from? Like, how do we even get in contact with them?
I think I said that last year when we started doing the pod. I said Scotty's no longer playing fantasy. He's playing the people.
Hey, he did go to college and he understands human behavior.
Yeah.
And he got it down packed now. He got it down. He used those tactics to get
How
you
to
going.
make friends and win championships. You should write that book, bro. You should write.
Gotta win championships, man.
That's why he says for the community, because he talks to the community.
For the community, man.
Scotty's trying to air out some grievances this month.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I got the 2 people in the room right now, man.
We talked already, though.
Hey, man, the people in the community haven't heard the
talked
thing.
already.
I'm trying to have JT's back, man. You know what I mean? Like, we get blackballed out here, man, a lot of the times, man.
Well, yeah.
We got to overpay on these prices out
What
here.
happened with JT?
Y'all made a bunch of deals last year for this year, I believe, the draft picks.
Yeah, but I'm gonna leave it with mine and yours. I told you to send it back. I said, send me back that 4. You sent back a 6. I said, all right, he playing now.
Nah, man, you send me that 3rd round pick, and I'm like,
No, he
okay.
did take it to. He said, oh, okay. Well, you didn't want the 5th, so
That's what I'm saying. So again, the league, the community of UTB, I sent this man Lowe's for Mark Andrews, a 4th round pick. Right? He counters back with the 3rd round pick. And I'm like, dude, like, I thought she said, well, we got to do. I'm like, you offer me a 3rd round pick. I was like, I'm not trading for Mark Andrews for a 3rd round pick. And he said, and he went around, texted the community to see who else wanted it.
No.
He said, come on.
And then he came back to me.
Go back. I said, oh, my bad, I did. Send the trade back. I'll go.
That was hours later. We was going back and forth, and then it was a big silent pause in communication.
I gotta work.
Me too.
I work. No, you don't work.
Hey.
You catching flights, man. You
Hey,
don't work.
he working on the people. Hey, he's working on the people. That's what I said. To be in this league in UTB, you have to be friends with Scotty for about 3 years or more and kick with him a couple hours just to, to make sure he got the relationship.
You a damn liar. That conversation was 9:13 to 9:23.
He said that 10 minutes you were silent.
I'll be working. I have to go on meetings. You know?
He said that 10 minutes is
I said I'll take the 4th for the 8th if you still want Andrews.
That was like a day later, huh?
No, that was 9:24, and you text me back at 9:38 and said, "No, I can't receive him for an 8th for my 4th." That was on you right there.
Oh man.
The what technology has done for us. we can't hide. We can't hide the script.
No, I started at whatchamacallit. Yeah, 909. You guys are talking about whatchamacallit trade. JT's trade, you and JT, that's what we was talking about before. Mm-hmm. And then that trade was up there, and then he said, I still got Andrews for you for that for that 4. But you forget that trade, that was at the very beginning at 9:30 in the morning. So we was talking that morning at 9:38 before that, and then he came back with me at 9:11 p.m. UTB community and said, I got Andrews for you still, brother. Let me get that 4. But
you lying, because I'm in military time, so
Yes,
I'm talking here. I got no 9 p.m. over here, man.
For the people who can't
0900.
For the people who can't see what's going on, we have Los and Scotty on their phones checking text messages, phone conversations. It's real out here.
We talking in the morning at 9 o'clock. Los doesn't come back until 9 p.m.
Okay, look. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, UTB
No,
community.
listen,
He went to check you guys, and then he came back.
Listen. I said, I told him at 9 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'll take the 4th for the 8th if you still want Andrews. Eckler's still here if that trade don't go through, but I'll let you know. And he said, I'll wait for Eckler. And then he said, I can't receive that aid. After you said I can't wait for Eckler, Ricky accepted the trade. So then, or no, it wasn't after that. It was me and JT had made the trade, and then Ricky had made the trade because he was like, oh yeah. He was thinking about it all day at work and stuff. He was like, all right, I'll do it. And then I came back and I said, I did come back at 9 that night. So I got Andrews for you. Let me know. I still got that 4. Let me get that 4, but it's yours. Oh, sorry, but you got to take the 11 now. That's all I got left. So, because I told you, I said I already had deals because you wanted my 6th or my 8th or something like that back. And I was like, that's already in the deal with Ricky.
Hey, man,
so
my deal was on the table first, man.
I'm about to get a 1st and a 2nd for Ricky. What?
Man, you could have a 3rd and a 4th for Eckler, man. You know what I'm saying? That's better than a 2nd.
A 3rd and a 4th is better than a 2nd.
Yeah, man.
Then a 1st and a 2nd for Eckler.
No, you got a 1st for Pat Mahomes. You got a 2nd for Eckler.
You were giving me a 3rd and a 4th for Eckler?
Yeah.
But he says that now. He didn't send that, though.
I said I got the
He
deal.
didn't send that, though.
You said, oh, he's already in the deal. So I was like, all right, I got another deal brewing for you.
When have y'all ever known Scotty not to send a trade through? When have y'all...
I said it. I was like, I'll wait for Eckler. I was like,
I never got that trade. Never got that trade. When have y'all ever known I got an offer? He gonna send that trade right away. When David said, hey, I need a running back. 2 minutes later, it was an accepted trade from David and Scotty.
Hey, Scotty was setting up the whole thing. Like, you gotta do the trade was done. He's like, man, let me put this out so the league thinks that I'm accepting offers from everybody, but we know where this offer's coming from.
I was Madison just on some love. Like, hey, bro, take him. I don't even need him. And then it was just
I give him David Pierce on love. I give him David Pierce on love and Drake London.
So, when have y'all ever not known Scotty to
That is true. But you said he was already wrapped up, so I don't like to step on other people's toes, you know. So when you said he was available, because I told Ricky, I asked Ricky, I told him, I said, hey, I was gonna give him a 3rd and a 4th.
That's a monopoly.
And that's what
tell me.
I know. But I'm saying when we was talking, he's like, nah, man, I think I got him already with the 2nd. I was like, let's find out. And then so I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna step on his toes because that kind of what happened before where I was talking to Laz that one time, then he started talking to Laz, and then I started talking. We're literally on the phone, and that was that the Andrew Richardson trade. So I'm like, all right, let me just chill real quick and let me go step on his toes because then it'd be like, hey, dog, you're tampering out here now. He said, we're talking about too much right now. So I was like, all right, that's why I said, let me see if this trade goes through because I knew you was kind of talking with him. And stuff, so
I said, bro, you holding up on my other trades, dog. I said, I got people I gotta do.
See, y'all be thinking it's me talking to the people. Technically, everybody talks to Pretty Ricky. He has his thumb on the lead.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? You see, it's all coming out now. We're airing this air out right now.
Okay,
he's trying to pin us against each other, and technically, we need to be pinning our energy towards Ricky.
What you mean, Scotty?
What the fuck happened?
Scotty, you tell me this.
What happened?
You tell me this. When have you drafted in the 1st round? When's the last time you drafted in the 1st round? So what you?
Baby Thomas Johnson.
So that's why you don't put this on me because Scotty does this every.
Because I get my picks to lows.
Hey, so this year I had to see what that feels like.
Hey, yo.
Hey, we already know when this league starts, the first one to trade their big player is going to be low. So it's history. Every year, Scotty used to be like, hey, I did the Scotty, and that's how I got Pat Mahomes. Hey, you got Zeke? Yeah. Whenever you're ready for Zeke, I got my 1st round. Hey, every year. So, hey, I was like, okay, first person going to trade that big person is going to be loose. That's what I said.
2024, I'm changing my ways.
Hey,
I hope so. I really hope so.
That's what you said last year, though.
Right?
That's what I was asking Marcus. If I remember served me correctly. If I remember correctly, you said that you wasn't going to sell no matter what, but...
You lie. Anytime he say that...
Man, come on, man. It's an asterisk, bro. I had 2 running backs go down week 1.
Yeah, but
week
they're
2.
not done for the season, though.
One was.
Chubb is, but...
Eckler ain't came back. It's week 5. Eckler's not back yet.
He'll be back next week.
I'll be real. I thought this was the year because everybody had all the picks that you were finally gonna be like that team, like the Stone Cold Steve Austin team. I was like, Los is there again, and then the injuries started happening. I'm like, yep. We had conversations. Ricky was like, yo, I'ma just wait it out. he's going to be real vulnerable at this time. That was the week the Cowboys lost. He was like, yeah, I'm pouncing. And the trade happened.
But that trade, too, Rick threw me a text. He was like, hey, man, I got that 1 and 2 for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I sent that through. And he wanted a 3 and 5 back, just like how Leon was explaining just a minute ago. And I said, nah, dog, I can't give you my 3 and 5. He said, come on, you're getting a 1 and 2. I said, no.
Getting a 1 and 2.
I know, you got to go back a little bit further.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I think I'm texting you about as much as I talk to Scotty now. You probably set up Derek to where he be sending texts, all 3 of us, to set up a conversation. Now I see it. When he said you have your thumb on the lead, I don't trust anybody in this league no more.
So 2 different leagues now?
Well, because, we're in your league as well, and it's like Derek will be sending texts. Me and him were all in the same text group. So now I am communicating with Ricky Moore.
I just try to get you and Derek started because you know how Derek just be talking shit for no reason and
you're not as bad as Scotty because Scotty, I'm like in mid conversation talking to the podcast and Scotty's throwing me trades. I'm like, I'm not thinking about that. I'm trying to get a dunk out of my head.
No, Scotty, offer out. Okay?
Scotty, I'm telling you, Scotty will show you 2 weeks in a row now. You guys get what goes through Scotty's head in the trade rooms with him. Two weeks in a row. Tried to sell somebody last week. Almost made a sale on the side. You probably couldn't hear it because he was going over here to Los in a minute, because he didn't want the whole podcast to hear.
I almost said, after we got off, I was like, I might send him that fire move trade. And then he's like, fire moves down for a couple months. Like, oh, man.
Mm-hmm. So Scotty will show you guys how to trade. Hey, trade 101. When somebody mentioned they got a hole and you could feel it, offer a trade.
Just keep banging and banging.
Oh, man.
I say that to say this, though, because Los is going to have to do some heavy editing. We've gone a while.
Yeah.
Like, if you're listening to this and you've never done a fantasy league, it is fun. When you have your family and friends in there, it's even more fun. In this 3 hours, I feel, we've seen brothers argue, we've seen friends argue, but it's all in fun. Yeah, grievances aired out. This is
real ringleaders.
Whole therapy session. If you've never done it, do it. If you do fantasy leagues, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, man.
This is what it is.
And
the race for the top.
And that's why I believe that's why we can't change the format that we have going on. I mean, some people just gonna have to either have some discipline and not trade or get in there and trade. Put your teeth in your hand.
Change the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think it needs to. Like I said, those mid-tier teams, they're only 1-2 pieces away from being in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So,
but the fire's hot.
So I keep saying like the Dames, the Shanikas, like they're only a couple.
Exactly. I mean, I still believe to this day, Los would have won last year unless that veto didn't happen last year. Then Fat Boy would have been winning.
Veto.
That's why I'm kind of sad that he even put my name in his mouth because he should have took that trade last year and he would have won himself something.
Dang, okay.
That's the way to end this podcast.
Once you start talking, we fill it out like that. Hey, let it all out.
The trade.
Is this a new rivalry? Leon?
Well, Leon holds grudges over here, so Leon's gonna remember 2-3 years from now. Hey, Fat Boy, you remember when you had your name in my mouth when you thought you was good? Like Leon holds grudges. He's stuck.
Nothing like that. It's just one of those things where I was super upset. Marcus knows because I was blowing his phone up, and I was hot. Y'all was lucky I couldn't make it another podcast because y'all was doing it on Sunday, and my day's full on Sunday. And I told y'all last year, I wrote a list. I had questions. I was about to roast everybody in this league.
But you still can't find people that vetoed that trade. I didn't.
I did.
Nobody did.
All I know is there's a history in this league of people vetoing trades. And
I'll be honest.
I would too.
We don't veto.
I'm glad that I'm the, what do they say, the Leon rule, I guess we can use that no trade got vetoed after that. We can do it. I'm happy that it happened. I'm here for the community. I told you.
The first year, I think someone doing that.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake, that's on you.
Yeah.
Please, I wish we can go back.
I'm about to say, mine sure didn't get vetoed the year that
About to go 3 hours.
Fat Boy got me on Tony Romo. Mine sure didn't get vetoed, so that Tony Romo trade went through.
Take us up.
I tried to close it out 20 minutes ago. It seems like we're finally done talking. Anything you have to say after this, save it for next week. I know some people are going to have some things to say. JT, Laz, you were called out, Fat Boy.
Maybe showed up.
Yeah, maybe one time you can make one. With that being said, it's been real. Peace.